Training methods. There are two types of training methods: on-the-job training and off-the-job training. So see, we'll see one by one. When an employee learns the job in an actual working site or in a real life situation, then it is called as a on-the-job training. Employee too like learning in on-the-job training, as they will develop the knowledge skills without being away from the workplace. So these are the different types of on-the-job training. There are 11 types of on-the-job training: job rotation, coaching, job instructions, committee assignments, apprenticeship, internship, mentoring, demonstrations or instruction, projects, teamwork training, and action learning. So we will see one by one. So we will see first one. What do you mean by job rotation? So training is given to the employee when a trainee moves from one job to another. So that is called as job rotation. This job rotation is when an employee is required to know more than one job. Then this type of training is given to the employee. Next, we will see what you mean by coaching. So trainee is placed under a particular supervisor who function as a coach, so that he can train the individual personally. So that is what is called as coaching method. Third one is job instruction. So here the step-by-step instruction is given to the trainee, so that the person can understand how to do the job and gain the job knowledge and skills, and allow the trainee to know better about the job. So here trainee explain the trainee the in a step-by-step method, the way of doing jobs, all this, so that he can follow the instructions and know the job. Fourth one is committee assignments. So under this committee assignment, group of trainees are asked to solve an actual organization problem. So this will develop a teamwork within the trainees. Apprenticeship. So this is the program that combines classroom education with on-the-job work under close supervision. So the person is allowed to take a classroom education with the job work. Internship. So here individual entering to industry and learn how the working is in the organization or in the companies. The skilled trades like mechanics, electricians, laboratory technicians are provided through instructions, theoretical as well as practical aspects. So in MBA also we have internship. Whatever we teach in classes, theoretical subjects, that you can be able to apply in the practical field. Mentoring. Each trainer is allocated to an established member of staff who acts as a guide and helper. So mentor is a person who will personally support the person, and it is different than the coach. So coach, the person will only go for supporting the person in job related work. Mentoring is mentoring is where the mentor goes for supporting personal as well as job related work, and he acts as a guide as well as helper to the person. Demonstration, showing the trainee how to do the job, as simple as it is. Next comes projects. So employees join a project team where they are exposed to the different parts of the business and allow them to take part in the new activities in the organization. Team training. So here performance of individuals are taken as a common goal, or the performance of the individual who work together to achieve the common goal. The components of team performance includes knowledge, attitude, and behavior. So here team training is given to the trainees so that they can work in a team and achieve the common goal. Action learning. Action learning gives team or work group an actual problem. They have to understand the problem. They have to work towards giving a solution to the problem, and go for taking actions, so that they can go for giving the solution to the problem. Next type is off-the-job training method. So it involves employee getting trained out of the site or from the actual work environment. So we will see different types of off-the-job training methods. So these are the different types of off-the-job training methods. We will see one by one. So first one is vestibule training. here uses equipment which is closely resembles the actual ones on the job. So what is the working environment in the organization or in the company? The same uh, situation or the same working environment is created in the training room, so that the employees can or the trainees do not find any difference between the organization work as well as the training work. A special area or a room is set aside from work environment. Trainee is permitted to learn under simulated conditions. So no pressure to produce while learning. So here there is no pressure for the trainee to produce a product or to produce something which make the organization reach its goal, because it is a training period. Duplicate facilities and trainer cost are the disadvantages here. Second one is lecture, verbal presentation by an instructor. So lecture should go for giving here knowledge to the trainee in a training area. And this type of lecture is used for the very large groups, for example, in colleges and universities. Audio visuals. Here, audio visuals includes television slides, OHPs, and films. Uh, Provide a wide range of realistic examples and job condition. It is a one-way system where the trainee has to see the television slide or OHPs where the audio and visuals will be played, which will be giving the knowledge to the trainee. Special study, it is also called as programmed instruction. Training is offered without any intervention of a trainer. Here the information is given through books or any teaching machine. So after reading a block of material or a book, learner should answer the questions about it. So feedback in the form of correct answers will give us the information whether the person has really understood or not. Simulation, this is quite similar to vestibule training. Simulator is any kind of equipment or technique that duplicates as nearly as same as a working environment. So it is the way of trying to get a realistic environment in the training room, and a realistic decision making environment is been prepared or is considered. Example, activities of an organization may be simulated, and trainee may be asked to make decisions in support of those activities. So the trainer has to give some problems to the trainee, so that the person can take a decision in the support of those activities. Feedback on decision is given, learning pace is created. Case study, written description of an actual situation. So here the reader has to read the case study and should understand what is going on in the organization, what the situation really is, what the problems are, and what should be done. So cases has to be understood properly by the trainee. The trainee has to determine the problem, analyze the causes for the problem, and have to develop alternative solution, so that they can select the best one and implement and go for giving the solution to the case study. Excellent opportunity for individuals to defend their analytical and judgmental ability. So case study is one of the opportunity for the individuals to show their analytical or judgmental abilities. Role playing focuses on emotional issues rather than actual ones. So here the role of some characteristics of the organization will be played by the trainees. So here the realistic situation is as similar to case study. It is an actual problem happening in the organization, in which it is a written description where they have to read and understand the problem. Here they have to enact it as a part of their role, and they have to feel that they are in that position, and how they are going to give the solution to the problem. Sensitivity training. So sensitivity training uses small number of trainees, maybe less than 12. Meet the passive trainer and gain insight into their own and others' behavior. So sensitivity training is they learn by having their own insight, and also by seeing others. Here there is no agenda. Questions deals with here and now. So here Here the question is why participants behave as they do, how they perceive themselves, and how they have the feeling and emotion generated when they go for interaction process. So other names for sensitivity training is laboratory training, encountered groups, or T groups, or training groups. So here sensitivity training is how much the sensitive is a person when he goes for learning the behaviors compared to others. Discussion. Lecture uses this method to support, elaborate, explain, expand, and interact. So discussion is a two-way communication between the trainer and the trainee. If the trainee has any understanding problem, they can go for interacting with the uh, trainer so that they can clear out the problems with the trainer, where they can go for elaborate, explain, and expand, and interact with the trainer. Demonstration happens in laboratories or shop floors. Physical display of the form, outline, or how to do a particular work in the organization or on machines. Brainstorming, it is a idea generation method. The group of people sit together and they are being asked to generate ideas so that they can come up with the new ideas or creative idea so that they can give a solution to the problem. Field trip. I think all know about this. It is taking the group of people to the place away from the normal environment so that they can go for understand what is a practical uh, when they what is practically happening when they have learned something from training. Then it also provide a normal everyday activity experiences of outside normal everyday activity, non-experimental research. Now we will see the advantages of on-the-job training. Simplicity. On-the-job training is useful and simple to learn, and it is learning by watching and doing. So it is on the site, so it is easy for the person to learn the things by watching and doing the jobs. So under this, trainer need not explain and analyze the job in detail. Because the employees also can learn by observing the supervisor when doing the actual work. Economy. Organization did not go for spending extra cost for arranging the training needs like trainer or training room because it is done in the organization itself. Actual workstation. So one of the main advantage of on the job training is employees can get first hand experiences from the job as they learn through actual equipments and materials. There is no duplicate of equipments and materials. Immediate productivity. So trainees are involved in the actual work process. Quick learning happens and immediate productivity will be obtained when they work on the sites. Quick learning. As the environment is favorable for quick learning, because the trainees are in the actual workplace, that will be favorable to the employees and they go for quick learning. Multi-skill. As it is a practical approach and it is and it develops a multi-skill in trainees, they go for employees can get quick feedback from the and correctness, and they can go for correcting their performance. So it is a multi-skill. So on the job training will, because why it is multi-skill, because they have to go for learning by doing, as well as they have to go for working on the site, as well as they have to go for giving productivity to the organization. So it becomes a multi-skill for the trainees. So here if they do any mistake, they can get a quick feedback from the supervisors and they can correct their performance. Now we will see the disadvantages of on-the-job training. Low productivity. As the trainees are taken at the actual workstation for the training, the process of learning skill, as a result, the organization productivity will be lower. So here, the trainees are taken at the actual workstation for the training. So here, they are in the process of learning skills, so their productivity might be a bit lower. Errors on production. So as they are the new employees and they are the trainees, they are involved in the production activities. There might be a possibility of having errors when going for producing the products. Costly. As the workers are disturbed by training activities, as other workers are disturbed by the training activities, the goods purchased by the trainees, the goods produced by the trainees will be having less quality, and there will be a chances of damage of goods. Disturbance may arise during the work process as trainees are in the learning process. The existing workers may feel disturbed because of trainees and the supervisors. Possibility of accidents. As the trainees are in the learning process, they don't have adequate information about or knowledge about the working on equipments and machines, so there might be some accidents in the station. Now we will see the advantages of the job training. High productivity. So trained employees are placed in the workstation, so there will be high productivity in the organization. No production error. As the of the job training, where the trainees are taken away from the actual job and taken to the training area, they are completely trained and then they are placed in the actual workstation. So there will be no any production error as they have trained very well and then come back to the actual workstation. Economy. It will be economical because large group of people will be trained simultaneously. Free on production. So when the trainees are not involved in production process, the production activities can be carried out without any disturbances or interruptions. So there will be no costly errors or injuries in the organization. Large people. So one of the main advantage of the job training is large number of people can be trained at a time. Less time of training. So the large amount of information can be recovered within a short span of time. The training phase may be for 6 months or 3 months, depending on the production. The main disadvantages or drawbacks of the job training is outside the workstation. So they will not get first hand experience on the actual machines. So they may not know what is the actual desired result out of the machines and equipments. Not effective. So off the job training will not be effective as employees are trained in the artificial classrooms. So they will be unfamiliar with the actual working environment, which might result in the which might take a long time for them to get adjusted to the work. No production. So when they are in the training time, they will not be giving any physical output or production to the organization, so that there will be no production. And the organization will only be bearing the training cost, and it is quite expensive in the sense the organization has to prepare the extra place trainer, and they have to make a duplicate environment to the trainees, so that becomes expensive. Lack of feedback. The employees are trained away from the organizational environment, hence the employees may not get the actual feedback from the trainer. So now we will see the difference between on-the-job training and off-the-job training. So on-the-job training involves imparting training in the real work environment, and it is learning by doing, while off-the-job involves imparting training outside the work environment. Under the on-the-job training, the training and performance go simultaneously, and the production is not hindered. While off-the-job training method, first training is given to the employees and then real performance follows. Third one, on-the-job training aims at developing the best practices for a specific job and getting the job done. Here, it mainly aims at developing the best practices for the specific job, particular job. And off the job training methods aim at learning basic facts and skills and is more general in nature. So on the job is more specific in nature. They learn specific job because they are in an actual work environment. Off the job training, it is more general in nature. On the job training is usually imparted by experienced workers, because their first line supervisors in the workplace will help them how to work on the machines, where off the job training will be imparted by academicians or professionals who may not be knowing about the real workplace. On the job training methods are suitable when the trainees are limited in numbers, and if the jobs are not hazardous in nature. While off the job training methods are utilized to train large number of people, and it involves high risk. On the job training methods are simple and less expensive because they work in the actual workplace, and firm supervisors are the trainers. While off the job training methods are quite expensive because they have to have a complete different setup, where they have to have an artificial setup. Outside experts have to be hired. Most popular on the job training methods include job rotation and apprenticeship training, while the popular off the job training methods include classroom lectures and simulation exercises. On the job training is generally imparted in case of manufacturing firms. So when the trainees have to, or when people have to work on machines, they prefer on the job training, while off the job training is mostly imparted for the managerial or non production related jobs. Thank you.